Hey guys, Dan MacArthur here with Vibe Realty. We got our stats package back from the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board for the month of October. So I just wanted to do a quick market update for you and take you through the numbers. So looking at HPI pricing index to start with, we'll just see what's kind of going on with pricing across every housing class in the Fraser Valley. So detached homes are up. We're at 1.362 million basically for the month of September. Now we're just short of 1.4 million, 1,396,700. So we're seeing appreciation in detached homes. Apartments follows the trend as well, 504,500 in the month of September, crawling up to 514,200 in October. Townhouses, same sort of trend, 707,000 for September, going up to 720,500 for the month of October. Homes with acreage doesn't have an HPI index, so it's not that relevant to discuss. It's kind of all over the map if you look at median or average pricing. Hopping into new listings, and this is what's sort of driving our sales to actives and driving this crazy kind of seller's market that we're seeing across all housing classes. We're just not seeing a lot of new inventory. So we're actually down from September. 838 new detached listings were hit the market in September, and that's across the whole of the Fraser Valley. That's looking at Surrey, Langley, Abbotsford, and Mission. So there's not a lot of homes across all that sort of geography getting listed, and that's actually down for October. 794 detached homes were listed. Looking at apartments, follows the same trend. 694 in September, 582. So and again, a lot of those new listings in the apartments, if they do have strata issues, if those strata fees are really, really high, they can be tough to sell. So the amount of saleable inventory and the sales to actives ratio, it's probably more imbalanced than the stats maybe make it look, just because there is some inventory that is really tough to sell that's been hammered by the global insurance crisis. Looking at townhomes, there are a few more townhome listings, 481 across the whole of the Fraser Valley, but that's proven to be the hottest market that we have right now is townhomes. So let's jump into sales to actives to discuss sort of what's going on in terms of who's being favored in the market and how hot these individual real estate markets across the Fraser Valley actually are. So looking at detached homes, we have an absorption rate of 51.3%. That's a very, very strong seller's market. Usually we say anything over 20% is a seller's market. So 51%, very, very strong market for detached homes. Looking at apartments, even higher, 71.6% of apartments are getting bought up month over month. So it's like if there's 10 homes listed in a month, 7 get bought up. That's basically what that stat means. And that's a very, very strong market. And anecdotally, I'm seeing that in our marketplace. Condos are hitting the market and getting bought up very, very quickly. They all have offer presentation dates, and if they don't, we're seeing sight unseen offers. Some crazy things going on in the apartment market, and that's true with townhomes as well. This absorption rate is crazy, 122.9% absorption rate. So basically, homes are getting bought up 0 days on market. So they're not even really registering on the denominator of the calculation. So they're getting sold before the contracts are written, before they've even been on market for a day. So 122.9%. So yeah, the townhouse market is crazy hot. Looking at total inventory, so we'll just go to active listings and we'll look at detached homes to start with. So yeah, we're seeing all-time lows. I mean, we're seeing, if you look at the stats going back years, we do tend to taper off coming into the Christmas season through November, latter half of November into December. But yeah, these inventory numbers are super rare. I would say that we don't usually see inventory this low. We usually have a decent amount of aggregate inventory on the market this time of year. Looking back to say October of 2020, there was 2,648 detached homes on the market. October of 2021, 1,363. So apartments, 777 homes on market in October of 2021. Looking at 2020, 1,873. Going to townhomes, 411 homes on market across the whole of the Fraser Valley for 2021. Looking at 2020, 1,077. So I mean, across all housing classes, we're seeing just very low inventory, and that's driving everything. And that coupled with lower interest rates as well. So looking at, say, the 5-year fixed rate from RBC right now, we're looking at 2.79. There are financial institutions that will do a little bit better than that. I've heard clients getting as low as 1.94 right now, depending on the lender and sort of what they're coming in with and all that kind of stuff. But it's interesting to think about how long these low interest rates are going to last, given that our inflation rate is pegged to around 4.4% right now, coming out of COVID with all the stimulus that we've seen over the last 2 years. So yeah, I'm not sure where interest rates are going to go. I kind of feel like they're going to be held artificially low to try and stimulate the economy, and just looking at consumer debt too, like mortgage rates can't go up in a vacuum. Mortgage rates can't be 5% and then lines of credit are only 7%. I think if we look at the average consumer debt that a Canadian has right now, non-secured, non-mortgage debt, it's sitting right around $30,000. So if those lines of credit and credit cards go, credit cards go to 30% and lines of credit go to 15, what's gonna happen? So yeah, I just, all that to say, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just can't see interest rates crawling up that much in the next few years. But certainly looking at what our inflation rate is, it's hard to think that they're not. So yeah, all that to say, I don't know what's going to happen. But right now, interest rates are still, relatively low, and folks are taking advantage of that and certainly helping drive our market. But I think that the biggest story is inventory. We simply don't have enough inventory. With the cost of building too, it's hard to think that there's going to be enough supply to drive down that pricing. So yeah, all that to say, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think we're in for definitely a few more quarters of growth here in both pricing, and yeah, we're just desperate for inventory. Okay guys, I hope you found value in that. If you have any questions for me, always love to talk real estate, so feel free to reach out anytime. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. Have a great day.